What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, everyone? How are we doing tonight? Oh my gosh. Okay. What's up? It's been a minute. A lot has been going on. It's been some time since I've been online. I know. Can you believe it? I actually have a social life. but I'm glad to be back. It's This a lot happening in our news cycle today, in our society today, in our great nation today that I love to, you know, let's talk it over with you guys and just kind of get your thoughts. um I did put together a montage, as you all have, I'm sure, noticed the thumbnail. The overarching theme for tonight is going to be uh primarily focused on this whole notion of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. I'm sure if you guys work in a corporate field, you've seen those that acronym plastered all over the boardroom. Yeah. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be the central theme. Nonetheless, let me just see, do some house cleaning here. We got Miss Burks. What's up, Miss Burks? Thank you so much. Cassandra, much love. Marlene, I appreciate you. Deborah in the house with you all. Marlene, Deborah, right? It's interchangeable, right? But yeah. So I put together a montage so we can just kind of like flesh out this woke agenda that we are literally being infiltrated with and foisted. This woke agenda has been foisted upon us, and I can't think of a more I can't think of a more, I don't know, what do you want to say, victory for the woke agenda to have Kamala Harris potentially as our president. I can't think of a more tremendous victory because we all know that Kamala Harris is far more radical than Joe Biden could ever dream of. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's brain dead. She's absolutely inauthentic and she's tacky, but just that alone, you know, that doesn't refute the fact that she's part of the hegemony, the woke hegemony. So, nonetheless, I'm so glad you guys are here. Let's get this party started. Like I said, I put this montage together. We're gonna kind of flesh through it. Some of it is going to be pertinent to the theme, which is DEI. Uh, a lot of it's going to be sort of the what do you want to call it? Sort of the true nature of your this cackling battle axe that's currently running for president right now. That was currently the presumptive nominee, shall I say? Because they're going to try to they're certainly going to try to like push her onto you because everyone knows Kamala Harris is not popular. She's not funny. She's not. She lacks charisma. She has no. Oh, sorry. Okay. Anyways, she's not smart. She's not intelligent. She's just dumb as a box of rocks. But I think we still shouldn't undermine her. We shouldn't underestimate her because she's a little bit more snippy and a little bit more snarky than Mr. Joe Biden could ever be. So let's go ahead and get this started. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, let's go back. Let's go back and read that. Hold up. All right. So, and I wanted to no. All right. So, by the look of Black women's overwhelming support of Kamala Harris, what the heck? Why does this keep? Okay. Pause. All right. By the look of Black women's overwhelming support of Kamala Harris for president, it's evidently clear that they have no problem ushering in the socialist, feminist, globalist, and queer affirming agendas. Well, yeah, we know that because women are totally, particularly Black women, are totally out of line of what God's order is. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but haven't you noticed that they have been propping Black women up for some time now? Like putting them in positions that you would never think You just wouldn't see a black, and least of all a Keisha, or a Shaquisha working in a prestigious law firm or something. Another example of the DEI ideology. So here we go. It's evidently clear that they have no problem. Yeah, they don't. They don't. Black women do not have a problem sacrificing their freedoms for security. Let me say that again. Black women, the majority of black women today, because think about it. If you go look at it statistically, black women vote Democrat 90+% of the time. Majority of black women have no problem sacrificing their community, their family, their children, their dogs to the damn state. Seriously. They are like the lap dogs, of Satan, unfortunately. And they're they are and they're enthusiastically will rally behind the most degenerate, morally bankrupt political figure, which is practically anyone in the Democrat camp. So that's just how it is. I hate to say that, but yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm in total agreement with this. This is actually my man's. Follow him on Instagram. He's really really dope. All right, let's continue. Okay, so I posted this on Instagram right here. So basically, this guy here, he just made a post. What do you want to say? Imploring black men to stand their ground because with the insurmountable pressure we're going to feel coming from the left and family and friends and all that, black men are going to be basically coerced into they're going to try to shame black men into voting for this chicken head, Kamala Harris, cackling Harris. So they're going to try to basically just go dude made a video basically imploring black men to stand their ground and whatever, whatever the pressure is, whatever they try to say, don't fall for it. Stand your ground. Stand your ground, black men. For the three of you out there, all right? Stand your ground. I get it. It's gonna be hell to pay. It's gonna be hell to pay. And you look, you can't be silent about it anymore. Like if the topic of politics come up and you remotely insinuate that you're not voting for Kamala Harris, oh man, shaming tactics. Shaming tactics. They are going to try to shame you. But that's all they have, fellas. That's all they have. It's not effective. It's just talk. It's just words. All right. Sticks and stones may break your bones. Words will never hurt you. All right. Let's proceed. Mm. Oh, let me acknowledge a few chats here. Marlene. So we have to change the Pledge of Allegiance to one nation under democracy and justice for all. Yeah. Thank you. Shorty, good evening. What's happening, Shorty? Thank you for joining. Appreciate you. Marlene, when did our nation change from republic to democracy? Exactly. We are actually in a constitutional republic. It is not a democracy. We do not live in a majority rule state, okay, or nation. So I don't know how they smuggled this word into our political discourse, but yeah, seems like people just grab hold to it and, yeah, our democracy is a threat to our democracy. No, you are in a constitutional republic. That's what you are in. All right. Oh, so this is the infamous letter here from Mr. Joe Biden with his coward. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Joe Biden, this guy, I almost feel bad for him because the guy was a puppet from the gates. Oh, Joe Biden, well, look, I'm not saying he's not responsible for the tremendous damage he's inflicted on our country. Trust me, I'm not. But in a way, it's like the guy has always been. It's like he's always been senile since the day he was elected. The guy didn't even know he was president yet. That's just what I believe. I mean, you can see the signs. I mean, there was times he was incoherent. He couldn't even like. I don't know. The Joe Biden that I've seen through what is it, Barack Obama's candidacy, presidency, or administration. He had a little bit more vigor to him. Now he's just a shell of who he was. I mean, and trust me, that's like I'm being generous. Okay, I mean, no way, shape, or fashion would I ever see myself complimenting Joe Biden or even trying to praise him in any form. But all I'm saying is the guy was always dead. Okay, he was always dead. He was never with us, unfortunately. And we had this guy basically as the face, while, of course, nefarious forces behind the scenes were running the picture. They were running the show. So, I mean, if y'all don't know that by now, then, damn. All right, so let's see what this letter says. Let me see. Damn, can I zoom in? I don't know if I can zoom in. It says, I just want to get to the part where. Okay. I know none of this could have been done without you, the American people. Together, we overcame. Overcame what? Overcame what? We have high inflation. We have an invasion going on at the border. I mean, overcame what? We've protected and preserved our democracy. There they go with that word. And we've realized and strengthened our alliances across the world, around the world. I don't know. I think Israel might beg to differ on that one. Anyway, for now, let me express my deep gratitude to all my blah blah blah. Today, Americans' stronger economy lie. We've made historic incentives in rebuilding our nation. Okay. Anyway, specious lies. All right, so let's carry on. So if you guys haven't read the official resignation letter, well, I don't know. I guess his letter, him dropping out of the race. I strongly advise you go read over that. So just for your own edification. But of course he didn't write this though. I mean, his handlers typed this up while he was downstairs in the basement watching Metlock being spoon-fed oatmeal. All right, let's see what we got.
Well, the Democratic Party for a very long time, not just this election cycle, has been doing a lot of active outreach around South Asians, around the API in general, and will continue to do it. I mean, what we know in particular when you're talking about the South Asian community, we're talking about the Indian community more specifically, it is a growing community in the United States in terms of its voting bloc, in terms of its participation, and I think the party knows that and knows that this is part of our collective community, and there needs to be outreach and inclusion.
And certainly you could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Not good.
Ooh, the black people are going to be mad at that one. She'll be the first Indian senator? Oh my gosh. She's not black? Wait a second. It's okay. Sisterhood, are y'all gonna revoke her black card for this? Are y'all gonna revoke her black card for this? She didn't claim you. She didn't claim the black card. What happens next? Oh no, we rally for her. That's what we do. Because we're all so damn stupid. And we're so easily propagandized and manipulated. So let me read some of these chizats. Marlene, they're all puppets. Just some are better at spoofing the masses than others. Yeah, you're right. And I think Kamala Harris just might be that type because she tugs at their heartstrings. She has empathy for the collective. Yeah, she's a damn communist and she wants everyone to burn. Trust me, she really does. Deep down in her heart, Kamala wants everyone in this country, particularly MAGAs, the conservatives, Christian conservatives, she wants them to burn. Please make no mistake. This woman is heartless. Our government sold out the American people a long time ago. Wake up, you all. I agree. I can't find anywhere where she was involved in child trafficking when yeah, precisely. She was too busy prosecuting the brothers. Prosecuting the brothers. You know what I'm saying? Locking these brothers up, locking these Negroes up for petty marijuana charges, right? Right? But y'all gonna rally behind her though, right? Isn't that how that worked? Isn't that how that worked? No, she wasn't prioritizing actual real prosecutory work. She wasn't doing anything. She was twiddling away at her thumbs, thinking about the next big bust. Come on, man. We cannot be this foolish. This is insane. She has never pulled at my heartstrings. Why heartstrings isn't black like hers? Yeah, I know, Marlene.
You could become the first Indian senator in U.S. history, which would be quite an accomplishment.
Knock wood. Yeah.
She said, "Knock wood." All right. So Trump tweeted this while just watching the fake news, and they are doing their very best to turn the worst president in the history of the country into the media is certainly definitely doing that. They're trying to transform the image of Joe Biden. Like, no, hell no. 4 years of this hell, no one's gonna forget. No one's gonna forget. Try all you might, media. Try all you might, but it's not gonna work. He was historic because he quit. He was historic because he quit, right? Oh, he quit for our nation. That shows so much bravery and courage. No, he was a feckless coward. He was a feckless, weak, pathetic coward. That's what he was. Dumb and rock. Okay. No, it just don't work that way. Okay. Yeah. I feel you, Trump. I feel you.
Our president, Joe Biden, wanted to be here today. He is feeling much better and recovering fast, and he looks forward to getting back on the road. And I wanted to say a few words about our president.
This is so cringe, by the way. I saw this earlier. This is so cringe.
Joe Biden's legacy of accomplishment over the past 3 years is unmatched in modern history. Good afternoon. I want to welcome these leaders for coming in to have this very important discussion about some of the most pressing issues of our time.
Here we go.
Kamala Harris. My pronouns are she and her. I am a woman sitting at the table wearing a
There you go. There's those woke qualifications. All right. Here's a stamp of approval right here. You're a woman. You're a black woman. Well, that's debatable. But you're a woman. You're a minority, and you identify as she and her. Yeah, that certainly imbues you some sort of nobility, I suppose, or prestige. Yeah, those are those woke qualifications. There you go. That's all you need. DEI right there, full effect. That's it. I promise you, applications are going to be like 4 questions in the near future. What's your race? What's your gender? Sexual orientation. That's yeah. Oh, you're a minor. You're black. You're a woman, and you're gay. You got the job. You got the job. No questions about it.
And we are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
never even seen the border. Stop the lies. Stop the lies, you cackling hen. Like, how do we vote these people in? Who are voting these people in? How? How much longer will you guys let yourselves be deceived? They come, the wolves come in sheep's clothing. And this is like blatantly obvious. Like, okay, how about this? I know a lot of us are not following the politics. I know a lot of us don't keep up with the current events, but I know we've all heard, or at least someone has mentioned that, or you even noticed in your daily life that there has been a uptick, a surge of illegal aliens, illegal immigrants. I see them all the time holding up the signs, right, like standing outside by the stores, standing by the street lights. Like, they're sitting out there, and it's so pathetic because now they have their children out there with them to garner more sympathy. So, I mean, so just that aspect alone, she hasn't even went to the border. She doesn't even know. Oh, is there really a crisis? Is there really a crisis? Well, I'm gonna go. I'll tend to that later. I haven't been out there lately, but I'll get to it. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I got some solitaire to play. All right.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance of the border.
Well, I mentioned it because even I know Republicans have.
Look how evasive she's being. Classic politician right there. It's being evasive.
Certainly come at you on this, but Democratic Congressman Cuellar has a border district has said to you and the president, come. You need to see this.
Listen, I care about what's happening at the border. In the days and weeks ahead, I, together with you, will do everything in my power to unite our Democratic Party, to unite our nation, and to win this election. You know, as many of you know,
Yeah, I agree, Marlene. But my thing is, look, we need to put a halt to the whole immigration process. Like, there needs to be a pause, okay? Because we're being infiltrated. There's literally an invasion going on. And in a minute, I'm telling you right now, few short years, we're not even going to recognize this country. They're going to turn into a third world nation. So, look, yeah, of course, we don't want criminals here, but I don't want I want there to be some sort of I don't know, some recourse to what we have, like the current system right now. There needs to be a pause until we figure out a strategy, which, in my opinion, meritocracy always works. You know, let's get the best of the best. So I don't want we don't need useless ne'er-do-wells just roaming around in our country. What's up? Oh, dog, but not for the minutes. What it is, man? How you doing, brother? Appreciate you. Chris, would you say, Chris? There's nothing wrong with the immigration process. They just don't utilize it. Well, I mean, in a sense, that might be true, but you have to understand that they're being what's the word, restricted. The border agents, they're being restricted from actually exercising the law. You know, they're being prevented from arresting these criminals. There's no regard for the laws. Absolutely no damn regard for the laws. And this chicken head right here literally wants to open the borders worldwide for everyone and their mama to come into the country. Think about what that does to our society. Think about just the acculturation It's going to be so many different nations, languages, and tongues. America will never have that common unity again. And that was the thing that kept us bonded as a nation, is we were Americans. Granted, there were immigrants coming from all far apart, far away, from all different countries around the world. But there was a common glue that held us together, was that American flag. Now you got these damn, got these illegals out here burning the flag. Total disregard. Oh, dog, no accountability. Chris says that's not immigration, that's an invasion. That's what I said earlier. We are in an invasion. There's a high rate of child traffic going on at the border. Hell yeah, of course there is. This is how our government is making money. Oh, dog, I don't think she's a real person. She seems so. I just said that she is extremely vacuous. You look into Kamala's eyes, you see a black, bottomless abyss. There's nothing in there. Absolutely nothing in her soul. That's why she's a puppet. America's Babylon. It's getting that way. All right, let's continue.
I was elected as vice president. Before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, of California. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles,
yeah, you slept your way up to the top. So let's not forget about that part.
I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain.
Is she talking about herself? Just to clarify. Is she doing a little projection here?
So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
You're for decriminalizing border crossings. You're one of the people that raised your hand at the debate. Do you agree with AOC that we should get rid of DHS altogether?
That is not correct. I'm not in favor of decriminalizing or not having consequence for. We have to keep. Let me just be very clear. We have to have a secure border. But I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals.
Okay, wait a second. Pause. Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all just hear that? Did y'all catch that? She started off saying she's against decriminalizing immigrants that come across the border, illegal immigrants. Then she sort of dresses up. Well, she goes 100% politically correct and tries to dress up that she's not for decriminalizing illegal immigrants. Let me run that back, because I know I heard that. I know y'all heard that. Let me run it back. Hold up.
Predators who abused women. Fraudsters who ripped off consumers. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
You're for decriminalizing border crossings. You're one of the people that raised your hand at the debate. Do you agree with AOC that we should get rid of DHS altogether?
That is not correct. I'm not in favor of decriminalizing.
Y'all heard that? Did y'all hear that? I am not in favor for decriminalizing. So that would mean the antithesis of that would be she's for criminalizing, right? Conspiracy, but she reeks of a MK asset program minus. Yeah, MK Ultra. Yeah, I know, man. It's tread lightly, man, because I hear you. I hear you, old dog. I hear you, man. I hear you, bro. She just might be an asset.
Or not having consequence for. We have to keep. Let me just be very.
Look at her fumbling all over her words. Let me. That's all, folks. That's all, folks. Oh snap! I gotta remember. I just remembered. I have to appeal to my radical. I have to appeal to my the radicals, the radical base. I have to appeal to the progressive wing of my party. God. Oh my God. Let me start over and try this again.
Clear. We have to have a secure border, but I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals. That's correct. That is correct.
Bring the conversation back.
There you go. So y'all heard that. Y'all heard that. So she's not in favor of of criminalizing. She's not for criminalizing. Her husband is her handler. Interesting. You know, I don't know much about her husband. I don't really know that much about Kamala's husband. But that definitely raises some eyebrows. Interesting. I might have to do some research into this guy. And I don't know. Might open up a whole new can of worms, man.
To the broken criminal justice system.
I know he's a Jewish white guy, right? That's all I know about Kamala's husband. He's white and he's a Jew, right? So I don't know.
That is disproportionately negatively impacting black and brown people all across this country today. Now, Senator Harris says she's proud of her record as a prosecutor and that she'll be a prosecutor president, but I'm deeply concerned about this record. There are too many examples to cite, but she put over 1,500 people in jail for marijuana violations and then laughed about it when she was asked if she ever smoked marijuana. She blocked evidence.
Ooh, look at her face. Bowing her head in shame. Like, oh, no, she didn't just go there. I remember this clip. This bad boy. This was a haymaker right here. This was a blow. This was a straight blow to the gut. Look at her face. She's like, oh, how dare you oust me like that? How dare you? Ah, no, you didn't. She's pissed. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of ironic that, you know, during her tenure as a prosecutor, she locked up all y'all Negroes, but the sisterhood so quick to rally behind her to galvanize the base. Right? It's just that simple. Well, we know most black women don't care about black men. We know that. We know that for a fact that they're being used as tools. And you got the head of the clan here, the head of the snake right here. Well, she's one of many heads, actually.
She blocked evidence that would have freed an innocent man from death row until the courts forced her to do so. She kept people in prison beyond their sentences to use them as cheap labor for the state of California. And she fought to keep cash bail system in place that impacts poor people in the worst kind of way.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Senator Harris. People who are pushing for this to happen, it's kind of like when your grandpa, you got to take the keys. And everybody, you got to take his keys, you got to take his keys. You got to, and
Van Jones is a straight fruitcake. I'm sorry. I already knew this guy was soft. Listen, if there is someone out there, a man out there, a young man who looks up to Mr. Van Jones and a great, I don't know, as a mentor, as a figurehead or a thought leader, as a man. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this guy is a straight fruitcake. He is such a feminine male. This is what you call a beta male, like a subpar, suboptimal version of a man. Well, that's why I call him a male. He's not really a man. He hasn't earned the title to be called a man. He's so weak, like weak. And I promise you, there are like a multitude of black men just like that, clamoring to support Kamala Harris. Soft, weak, pathetic, and spineless. Soft, weak, pathetic, spineless.
he's fighting and everybody's so frustrated. And then you finally get the keys back. And then you just cry. Because this is somebody that you love. This is somebody that you care about. This is somebody who was there for you. This is somebody, you wouldn't be here without him. and you have to take something from him. Now, this is not, look, this politics is politics.
This guy's gay. Is he gay? He's got to be gay. He has to be gay because this is way too much. I mean, the guy's groveling. I mean, for God's sakes, he's groveling right now. He's like, what do you? Anyway, all right. Let me stop.
But this is a human moment for one of the great humans in America. This is a huge moment for him, for his family, for all of us who love him, for all of us who wanted him to get across the finish line. But if you're a young person watching this, this is leadership. This is patriotism. This is what it means to put the country first and put the party first and put the cause first. When your arm gets tired, you let somebody else finish pitching the game. That's what Joe Biden has done.
Women hate this kind of man. I promise you, these soft soy boys, women despise these types. This type of man right here will buckle under the pressure. Guys, so soft. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through this, y'all, but seeing this man get emotional because Joe Biden decided to drop out. That's the most weakest. I'm sorry. That's so weak. That's just, it's gay. I'm sorry. It's gay. It's just gay or gay tendency. What do you want me to say? Oh, dog. Black women tend to promote everything they despise. Absolutely true. As long as it's melanated, blackity black. Van Jones is the type of man they support. Yep. Him or the degenerate. Yep. Or just a man that won't set a standard. Yep. A man that lacks a value system. Yep. Absolutely. It's crazy. Like I was saying to other women, like I said at the onset, black women will black women will sacrifice their freedoms for government security. So long as they got government security, or what do you want to call it? Daddy welfare. They'll sacrifice their kids. It's modern day sacrificial. I'm fumbling all over my words now. I'm sounding like Kamala. But yeah, these women are sacrificing their children. They sacrifice their husband, sacrifice everything. So long as the government will be there to support them. That's just how that goes. Vote for their own demise. Just absolutely retarded.
And he's done that for all of us. And so I just,
because women, black women in particular, they don't believe in God anymore. They do not believe in God. They are like literally spiritualists, witches, paganists. Like these black women today are morally bankrupt. They do not have the light of God inside of them anymore. And they don't want it. They absolutely reject it. Like, you are a threat. If you have God with you, you are a threat to them, and they must destroy you. That's why they're being used as tools, as pawns, to carry out this nefarious woke agenda. And they propping these black women up all over the place, everywhere you see them. I'm like, damn. I'm telling you right now, if I get on a plane and I have a black pilot, I'm getting off. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to die tonight. DEI. Marlene, independent state assembly is what we need to do. Unite as a people and stop counting on the government control to build strong nation. Yeah, I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, it's all about force. Men control the strong arm of force. But the thing about it is, we have so many soy boy, milquetoast men today. Like, men don't believe in what they stand for. They just sort of aimlessly, carelessly just go along with the flow. As men, people in general, not just men, people lack perfect purpose and conviction. They don't have it anymore. So they're just hollow souls or hollow vessels. I don't care about government security. Oh, they don't care about government security. It's about their ego. Black women have lost their way because no man is teaching them anything. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I want to say I don't know who's going to be the VP, the non-VP. I don't know anything about politics. I just know that I love this man. I care about this man. It was painful every day to sit up here and talk about him like he's just some problem for the party. Wait till we get to the convention. You're going to see people cry.
Aw, ain't that so sad? Aw. Beta male alert.
Standing, screaming, cheering. He may not get a chance to talk for 10 minutes. We finally get a chance to put our arm around this guy. He did the right thing for this country. He did the right thing for this party. All of us are going to be in this situation someday. And I hope that we take a moment to honor this man and to love this man. I love Joe Biden. I appreciate what he's done. And a lot of people are heartbroken today. Even if it's the right thing, it's still just horrible.
They not like us. Is that how you speak when you're at a debate? Is that how you speak when you're in front of a convention?
Good morning, AIPAC. Good morning. What an honor. No, we must stand with Israel.
Do you support reparations for black people?
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
There it is. Where the sisterhood at? Where is the sisterhood at? Y'all the loudest voices in the room. Where y'all at? She says she's not going to do something that's going to benefit only black people. Where y'all at? Where's the uproar? Where's the outrage? She just admitted it. She's not thinking about you. You thinking about her, though. She certainly has you thinking about her. How debased as a people we have become. Well, that's what happens when you live in a secular society where there is no Christian ethics and we allow degeneracy to run amok, and men just sit idly by, stick their heads in the sand and allow it to just fester. Right? Isn't that how this all come about? Men don't do anything. We just, we're just in a malaise and we're entranced in our own, hedonistic pursuits.
No. Which is why I support the United States commitment to provide Israel with $38 billion in military assistance over the next decade. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
Here it is again.
No. I support full funding for Israel, including for the Arrow, David Sling, and the Iron Dome missile defense systems, which save lives. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No. And that's why I am fully committing to maintaining Israel's qualitative military edge. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people.
There you go.
No. I stand here clear-eyed.
And black people are so damn stupid, so moronic, because they are just literally drunk with their own passions, with their own baseless passions, that they can't even see it. They can't even see how just you're a laughing stock, Black in America. Black America is a damn laughing stock. It's a laughing stock. Nobody takes you serious. You are literally the entertainment of the world. That's it. That's all you are. You have not developed as a people. We've let the small percentage of low quality degenerates become the face of our community. We took the small percentage of retrobates, of degenerates, of lowlifes, of the lowest of the low, and we exalted them as the face of Black America.
About the dangers of division in our country and in our world, understanding why a state for the Jewish people is so essential.
Do you support reparations for black people?
No.
There's another battle axe. I've known Kamala Harris a long time ago. She was yeah. They're trying to prop her up. Come on, let's be honest. She was a slut. Stop it. Let's stop it. Let's just be honest. We all know the cat is out the bag. Kamala was getting her guts rearranged, unfortunately, by Willie Brown. He promoted her career. She met Barack Obama, and the rest is history. She slept her way up to the top. She was a terrible prosecutor. Based off the reports I read, she was terrible. Even as a vice president, her own staff turned against her. She had a high, according, like I said, these are all according off of news articles that I've read. But based off the articles I've read, she's her own staff. She has a high turnover rate. MK sex kitten. Yeah. Who else? What's the other the white woman with the blonde hair? What was her name? Cause that's immediately who I thought of when you said that. What is her name? Now it's gonna ruminate in my mind until I figure that out. There was another one too. Is it Madonna? Is it Madonna? I don't know. Maybe. But she was a sex kitten too. Marilyn Monroe. Thank you. Yep. Marilyn Monroe. Yep. I for sure think she was an MK sex kitten. Yeah. She was, man. They hollowed her out. Tossed her to the curb. She was down bad. Down real bad. Oh, look at this. According to the Associated Press. So they fact check on their website. And so there was a claim. Well, there's a claim, obviously, out there that stated that Harris got her start by having an affair with a married man, California politician Willie Brown. And so, look, the Associated Press fact checked the claim, stating that this is missing some important context. How dare you? Brown was actually separated from his wife during the relationship, but the rest of it is true. Everything else is true. She did get her start by having an affair. But but correction, he was separated. Yeah, she did have an affair. He was separated. Okay, gotcha.
3 days after Officer Espinosa's death, Harris held a news conference pledging to keep a campaign promise: no death penalty.
In San Francisco, it is the will, I believe, of a majority of people that the most severe crimes be met with the most severe consequences, and that life without possibility of parole is a severe consequence.
Oh, really?
So she let a cop killer live. Okay, that's who Kamala Harris was. She was a far left prosecutor type. She's sort of a George Soros prosecutor type back in California. Then
I'm speaking to fellow Christians. I was raised Catholic. I'm a Christian girl. When
you're not a Christian girl, don't ever call yourself that. That's an insult to the entire Christian community. Don't ever call yourself Joy Behar. Don't ever call yourself that. She might be another one of these MK sex kittens or a madame. Freaking witch.
something like this happens to you, like this assassination attempt, and you say something like God was watching me.
You're not a Christian. Stop talking about God. What God are you talking about? What God are you referring to? Because there's only one God, God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. What God are you referring to, Joy? You filthy whore?
That is a very unchristian thing to say because it's very narcissistic. What about Corey? What's his name? Comparatore, the fireman who also got killed.
I don't know. I think some Christian.
What about all those guys who got killed on Sandy Hook? All of those people. Yeah. It's God was watching me and not watching them. There's something very disturbing.
God should have pulled the plug on that mic yesterday.
Wait, God is the technician now?
Yes.
We'll be right back.
You need it.
Breaking news. President Biden has just announced that he is ending his re-election bid.
Now, we'll all remember where we were and what we were doing at this moment.
Him watching the waves at Rehoboth Beach, down the street from the boardwalk and the ice cream stands.
Joe Biden has been one of the most consequential and transformative presidents this country's ever seen.
Man, they are pitching this narrative. This is what I call the media cleanup crew. Let's try to revamp this is okay. Figuratively speaking, this is literally like the movie Men in Black. These guys holding up the memory zapper in front of the entire nation's face and hitting the button and zapping our memory away. This is what they're trying to do and trying to, bolster his administration, his presidency, as if this guy really was the best president. He was the worst. He was by far the worst. By far the worst. Well, you know what? I don't know, because I do believe Obama actually was Obama was pure evil. Obama has done some irreparable damage to this nation, especially with the Patriot Act. But we'll get into that another time.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
What a man. What a patriot.
This is leadership. This is patriotism.
This is a day for Joe Biden.
He can read a poll. He can read a room. He can read a nation.
His heart is as big and as true and as strong.
He has been a phenomenal president.
I know yesterday's news was surprising and it was hard for you to hear, but it was the right thing to do. I know it's hard because you poured your heart and soul into me to help us win this thing, help me get this nomination, help me win the nomination, and then go on to win the presidency. But you're an amazing team. But we've got a great. I think we made the right decision. I know how hard you've worked, how many sacrifices you made, and so many of you uprooted your lives for me, and the kind of commitments few people make for anything these days, but you made it. And I've been honored and humbled. I mean, this is from the bottom of my heart. My word is a Biden, that for all you've done for me and my family.
Now, why should you be offended? You would think, oh, well, yeah, we black people, we supposed to support our black folk. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me explain something to you. You should be offended beyond rapport because of the fact that somebody is willing to put someone in a seat for their color, even when they're not qualified to do a favor for you. Let me explain to you how the last 4 years have went. Up 3, coming into this 4. Let me explain something to you. So
break it down, baby girl. Break it down.
3 years. Kamala has not cared about the black community. Okay? Kamala and Biden have been doing everything in their power to support illegal immigrants. They have been coming.
I don't know. I just think it's rather futile for Black Americans, any group, to rely upon the government for self-reliance. I just think I don't know. To me, that just feels like you're giving up your own agency when you expect some government entity or some government political party or a politician to be the panacea of your life. Like, I don't understand that. I've always took issue with that. Like, I don't expect Kamala Harris. I don't even expect Trump to do anything for me. Trump is just the president. He's no different than me hiring a plumber, okay? He's just there to do his job. That's what you're supposed to do. Do your job. That's it. Stay out of my life. So, yeah, I don't know.
In this country, they getting your benefits. They putting their kids, these illegal immigrants are going into your kids' schools. They in the hood. They're taking over. You're no longer relevant. They're taking over, okay? But then on top of that, okay, they're giving them money. They're giving them credit cards. I mean, they're booking them, taking them. You got immigrants coming straight out of Mexico living better than you did, and your ancestors done built this country up. Boo. Let me explain something to you. That's how valuable you are to the Democrat community, okay? But now, boom, year 4. It's election time. Y'all, we ain't really did nothing for these niggas. I guess we got to do something. Let's call up Kirk Franklin, and he come to the White House. Kirk.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That the Democrats go an entire 4 years not even addressing any sort of like critical, significant issues that would have an impact for Black America, but more so, they're just throwing them concerts. That's all they're doing. They're just throwing concerts. Let's call Jay-Z and Beyonce. Let's just throw let's do a little music concert. I think the Blacks will love that. I think they'll love that.
Franklin went on that stage with them tight shorts or tight suit and that extra low button top that he wears on stage. And he danced and he got a check. And that was for you. They paid him to please you. That's how important you are. When Hillary wants to campaign, she don't actually focus on issues in the Black community that are needed. She says, oh, I got hot sauce in my bag, boo. Are you pandering to us?
Yeah, man, y'all like hot sauce. I thought y'all love hot sauce. I mean, the bar is pretty low. I mean, what do you expect her to do? Bro, this nation is in worse shape than we realize. It all starts with cultural decay. Yup. When the priesthood failed in the Bible, the people all followed. Look how wicked many churches are. I agree, bro. Yeah, I want to. Shoot me a DM, bro. Let me know your time. I mean, you're a busy man. You a busy man. Shoot me a DM. So let's set up a time. I'm supposed to be going out of town next week, but shit, I'm game doing it this weekend. Let me know. What was I saying? Yeah. Politics is downstream from culture. Culture is downstream from religion. And well, theology. So when you see an erosion of those, when you see an erosion in any one of those three components, then yeah, all hell breaks loose. But listen, I'm gonna wrap up for the night, guys, and we're gonna do a part 2 tomorrow. I want to do a part 2 because I still got another roughly 12, 14 minutes left of this video, and it's still so much to cover, guys. So listen, share this out. We gotta have some more people in the chat because I want it to be very engaging. I probably could have promoted this a little better, but you know, I'm just like still trying to I'm still trying to get it together. So anyway, I know that's what a black man always said. Black man always trying to get it together. Damn, never get it together. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for being in the chat, supporting as always. You guys, love you so much. Make sure you like, share, comment, all that good stuff. Drop a comment in the comment section after the video, so you know, at least get a little traction. But nonetheless, we're gonna probably be here back tomorrow around the same time because I want to finish this up, guys. So if you like what you heard, please return, and I will see you then. Until next time, absolutely unwoke yourself from a woke regime. Peace.